Welcome to the Rise Up For You podcast, where thought leaders, entrepreneurs, and executives from around the world share their practical tips, strategies, and stories to help you unleash your potential and achieve your goals. Your journey of growth to become your best starts now.
Hey everyone, welcome to today's podcast episode. Before we jump in, Nasserdeen here. I wanted to let you know that, hey, when you're not listening to the podcast, when you're not watching the YouTube video, check us out on LinkedIn. We are constantly posting, adding value on LinkedIn, my team and I. We have a Rise Up For You page and has videos, articles, content. It's actually our favorite platform. So if you want to connect with us on a day-to-day basis and you want to get additional content and resources, head over to LinkedIn, follow me, connect with our team, connect with Rise Up For You, and we're happy to share any content. And even send us a message because we'll reply. We're not a bunch of bots. So I'll see you there. And for now, let's jump into today's episode. Welcome back to the Rise Up For You podcast. This is your host and the CEO and founder of Rise Up For You, Nasserdeen. Super excited to be back with you on my own today. This is a solo podcast episode, but I'm very, very excited about today's topic. We are going to be talking about leadership blind spots. Yes, blind spots. So for those of you that are new to the community, you may or may not know that Rise Up For You, we have B2B and B2C. So B2C, that we are working with individuals like yourself to push your potential and help you grow in your career, in your life through soft skills. And we also do the same thing within organizations, going in, helping enhance culture, communication, leadership. And I will tell you that one of the biggest challenges that we see on a daily basis is the leaders that aren't fully accurate in their self-assessment, meaning that they have blind spots. Now, here's the thing. We all have blind spots, including myself, meaning that we can't see exactly who we are because we're in our own skin. We can't see what's on our back. Sometimes we have an itch on our back. We can't really get it. We don't know where it's coming from. So we all have these blind spots. But an astonishing 95% of leaders, according to the Business Harvard Review, think that they actually have accurate self-assessment. Meaning, let me define this for you, that the way that we show up in the world, that people see us the same way that we see ourselves. Okay, this is what we call accurate self-assessment. So if you were to say, for example, that you're kind, you're confident and loving, and I were to ask 10 people that are close to you or that work with you, would they say the same thing? This is accurate self-assessment. So we see that 95% of leaders think that they're accurate, but here is the kicker. Only 10% of leaders actually are. That means that a whopping 90% of leaders have blind spots and aren't showing up the way that they actually think they are. And we see this every day because here at Rise Up For You, we are very, very big on data. And so every time we get a new client or we're working with new leaders, we assess them. Okay, but we do a peer assessment on emotional intelligence. So they score themselves on emotional intelligence, and then they give it to 5 to 7 people. And those 5 to 7 people score them on the exact same assessment. And we see drastic differences each and every time we do this with leaders. A leader might give themselves a 9 in empathy. They might give themselves a 10 in coaching, for example. They might give themselves, a 9 in social awareness. And then their team comes back and they say, no, you're actually a 5. You're actually a 4. You're actually a 6. And the leaders say, no, that can't be true. And we say, well, the data doesn't lie, right? This is what we call the blind spot, an inaccurate perception of how we're showing up as leaders. Now, if you're familiar with me, and some of you might have seen me on stage, for example, I've told this story quite a bit. So before I started Rise Up For You, I used to be an executive. I was 27 years old. I had 200 team members under me at the time. I thought I was the most amazing leader ever. I thought I was awesome, right? Hint, 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 accurate self-assessment, not so much there. But nobody would come into my office. Nobody would talk to me. I wanted to coach. I wanted to guide. I wanted to mentor. Nobody would come in. So then, somebody said to me one day, well, you're kind of intimidating. And I said, no, I don't think that's true. And another person came up to me and said, well, you're kind of intimidating. And I said, no, that's not possible. Well, I decided to do an anonymous survey with the whole entire company because I wanted to grow as a leader. I've always had this mindset of growth. I want to be better. So I put myself in the line of fire. I knew it might be a little bit rough and tough, but I did it. And out of 200 team members, 75% said that I was intimidating, not relatable, and I looked mad all the time. I can laugh about it now, but at the time, it hurt my feelings. But data doesn't lie. Okay. If 75% of 200 team members are telling me that I'm intimidating, I'm not relatable, and I look mad all the time, guess what? Something's got to change. And that's me, right? That's me. So I realized that my perception of myself and how I felt in the inside and how I thought I was showing up was actually not really what was happening. My team was not receiving the same thing. So my perception of myself was inaccurate. So I absolutely fell into the 90% of leaders that had poor, accurate self-assessment. Okay. Now, a lot has changed from then. I've worked on a lot of self-awareness, and that's what I want to teach with you today on this podcast. Okay. I'm going to share with you a couple questions that can really help you break those blind spots and get closer to an accurate assessment of yourself so that you can be the leader that you want to be, so that you can be the professional that you want to be. And by the way, this isn't only limited to leaders, right? Meaning that you have a role that's a leader. In fact, I would even encourage that if you're listening to this and you want to be a leader and maybe you're not there yet in regards to a role or a title, these 5 questions that I'm going to break down that have helped me are really, really going to serve you so that by the time you get into a leadership role, you've already worked out some of those blind spots. Okay. So I'm actually going to go to our Rise Up For You curriculum textbook. We launched this about 6 weeks ago. I absolutely love it. This is what we send to all of our corporate and executive clients. It's all strategy in this book. So if you're watching me on YouTube right now, or even if you're listening to me in the podcast, you're definitely going to want to check it out. But I'm going to open it up to a page where we talk about leadership and self-assessment, and we actually give a strategy for soliciting feedback so that you can grow. Okay, so I'm going to share with you these 5 questions that I used when I was trying to become more accurate in my assessment and just be a better leader overall. Okay, so question number 1. Okay, this is so that we can break our blind spots. Asking. And I always want you to have a counsel. Okay. So think about 3 to 5 people that you can ask that you trust, okay, that have integrity and that are going to honor you and give you feedback, okay, but in an honest and kind way. Okay. And that they're going to tell you the truth, not sugarcoat things, but tell you the truth because they want you to succeed. Okay. Question number 1, asking them, what is the one positive blind spot you think I have that I should be more aware of? Now, what that means is that, like I said, we all have blind spots, but some of us have positive blind spots, meaning that we might be doing amazing things that we're not even aware of. For example, self-confidence. Sometimes executives come to us and they give themselves a 3 in self-confidence, right? Or in confidence, and their team give them a 10 and say, no, you come across so confident to us as a team and it empowers us to be confident. So that's a positive thing that they have, but they don't realize they have it. Okay. So we're going to start with the positive. So again, what is the one positive blind spot you think I have that I should be more aware of, right? Because that's your strength. We want to tap into that. We want to use it. Question number 2. I'm doing a blind spot assessment and would like to know, what are 2 to 3 blind spots you think I need to work on? Meaning areas that I can't see in myself that maybe you could see that you think I need to work on. Okay, 2 to 3 things. Question number 3, what do you see in me that I don't see in me? Now that's a general question. Okay, what do you see in me that I don't see in me? Now, hopefully you're going to get some awesome, perspective and probably a lot of positive things about your potential, right? So I see greatness in you. I see that you could push yourself to the next level, but you don't always. I see that there is a strong moral compass in you that sometimes you don't always recognize or rely on. So this is a really, really important question. Question number 4, as a leader, so you're going to ask your leader this, what positive qualities do I have that I should use more of? What positive qualities do I have that I should use more of? Okay, again, we're tapping into your strengths, similar to question number 1. And question number 5, can you see me in a leadership role? Why or why not? Now, that's a tough question, right? So we want to be prepared, right? We want to emotionally prepare ourselves. We might not get the answers that we're looking for, right? We might want to hear something different. But whatever our answers are, they're going to provide the data that we need so that we can become better, again, in our accurate assessment of ourselves, right? Our accurate self-assessment. So we can get closer to that. Listen, I know most individuals, including myself, we want to grow. We want to be the best that we can be. I've never met one person that said, I don't want to be kind. I don't want to grow. And I just want to be where I'm at. Most individuals, they want that growth. They just don't know how to. So utilizing these 5 questions, I know for sure when I was an executive, they helped me, can absolutely help you. So take these questions, go to your leaders, go to your team members, and ask them these 5 questions, at least 3 to 5 people, so that you can collect a little bit more data than just one person. And you can see what some patterns are. I can tell you that the first step to being an amazing leader is to do the work within yourself first, okay? If you're not able to receive feedback, or if you're not able to go out there and ask these tough questions about yourself, how can we expect our team to take the feedback? How can we expect our team to do performance reviews, every single quarter, every year when you do them? We also got to put ourselves in the line of fire so that we can grow and be the best that we can be. So I hope that helped you. I'm all about trying to push you, push your potential, push myself as well. That's what this podcast is all about. Every single week, we are bringing you multiple episodes. Oh, I got a fly on me. Every single week, we're bringing multiple episodes. Sometimes they're with me. Most of the time, we're bringing amazing experts, entrepreneurs, thought leaders from around the world to share with you strategies and thought-provoking stories and things that can actually push you and your potential as an individual, as well as your organization. And we typically are focusing on the things that we don't hear about a lot, and that's the soft skills. That's the human skills, right? We're not on here talking about marketing and sales. We're talking about how to elevate your human potential and your human capital so that you can be the best you can be for yourself, your family, your community, your team, your organization, and just grow at an invaluable rate. Okay, my name is Nasserdeen. I am the host and the founder here at Rise Up For You. Thanks for joining me on this podcast. Just so you know, we don't do any advertisements, no sponsorships on this podcast. It's all about adding value, content, and really trying to provide education and an experience for you, whether you're watching this or listening to it in your car, running, whatever it is. So if there's anything that you got from today or any other podcast, even one little golden nugget, I would be so grateful if you could write a review for us about our podcast. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. Let people know about this show and what we're doing, because we're all about providing value to the world today. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.
Imagine a life where you can have it all. A booming career, fantastic love life, great health and success, and overall achievement and happiness. Imagine pushing your potential to your absolute best and every day living a life that you are proud of. Well, if this sounds like something that you're yearning for, then the Rise Up For You Growth membership is perfect for you. My team and I believe in supporting you and helping you get to the next level, because we know that you can do and have what it takes to be your best. When you join our membership, you get access to live trainings every single month with myself and our team. You get free coaching. You get a number of on-demand resources to help level up your success that you can use in the comfort of your own home. And you get access to our global membership around the world, full of like-minded professionals that are looking to be their best. Your time is now to push your potential and live the life that you want to live. So if you're ready to take the next step in your life and in your career, join the Rise Up For You Growth membership. Click below and we'll see you there.